In this volume and its continuation, we are going to talk about the major events that occurred during the Indian national movement. The second half of the 19th century witnessed the culmination of the national political consciousness and the growth of an organized national movement in India. There were many causes responsible for the rise of the national movement, and we are going to discuss at length the major causes which led to the movement. By bringing the whole of India under their domination, the British gave a political unity which it had not known for the last so many centuries. India was not so completely united even when the Mughals were at their zenith. With the advent of the British imperialism, India became one, and Indians from different parts of the country began to understand one another. The major factors responsible for this unification of Indians were the introduction of a uniform and modern system of government throughout the country and the introduction of the railways, telegraph, and a unified postal system, which brought the different parts of the country together and promoted mutual contact among the people. The contact with foreign countries was one among the major reasons which led to the rise of Indian national movement. As a result of the British supremacy in India, the Indians came into close contact with the various European countries, and gradually they began to be influenced by the European revolutionaries. The 19th century in Europe was a century of nationalism and liberalism, so it was bound to affect the Indians. The English was made the medium of instruction of education in the year 1835. It became the lingua franca of educated Indians. It broke the barriers of religions and regions as well. Along with it, they came in contact with the Western ideas. The ideas of liberty, equality, democracy, socialism, etc. infiltrated into their minds. It was these English-educated Indians who led the national movement. In order to crush the revolt of 1857, the British committed such atrocities that Indians were completely shaken. The Indians came to the conclusion that all their sufferings could be removed only if somehow the British were turned out of the country. British drained the resources of India in a more systemic and unjust way. They came to India as traders and remained here as traders whose primary aim was always financial gain. The balance of trade was always unfavorable to India. The Industrial Revolution in England necessitated import of raw material from foreign countries and extensive market for its manufacture outside. This resulted in the destruction of Indian handicraft and cottage industry, heavy pressure on agriculture, and ever-growing impoverishment of the people. For all these sufferings and economic miseries, the people blamed the British and made every possible plan to get rid of them. In the 19th century, a large quantity of national literature in the form of novels, essays, and patriotic poetry was created, which brought about a great revolution in the minds of the people and inspired them to fight against British imperialism. The Indian press also contributed in arousing the national consciousness among the people of India. Newspapers like the Indian Mirror, Bombay Samachar, Amrit Bazar Patrika, Hindu, Kesari, and several others had a great influence on the political life of the country. The impact of socio-religious reform movements was much on the rise of Indian national movement. Indirectly, these socio-religious reforms or movements contributed to the rise of nationalism. Rajaram Mohan Roy, Swami Vivekanand, Swami Dayanand, and Mrs. Annie Besant were all patriots. They survived the glory of ancient India, created faith among the people. All these developments gave a